Hello, my fellow real estate geeks. Today I'm taking a break from real estate and showing you something awesome about the Phoenix area. It's the Arizona Renaissance Festival, which comes around February, March every year. And I'm so excited to be here. It's my favorite weekend because it's time traveler weekend, which is, I think, the geekiest weekend to be here. So I'm dressed up as the doctor to enjoy Time Traveler Weekend. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff about the Arizona Renaissance Festival so you can come any weekend, but enjoy. Have you ever visited the Arizona Renaissance Festival? If not, let me break down why this unique event is a must-do experience in the Phoenix area. If you have, I hope this video gives you some ideas on what to do the next time you visit. Hi, I'm Megan, the AZ Real Estate Geek. I love going to the Arizona Renaissance Festival every year. This video is a tour of the festival itself, now in its 34th year, and some tips from me on making it the best experience for years to come. Firstly, when to go. We like to get there early since the shows and the shops aren't as crowded and the food and drink lines aren't as long earlier in the morning. I pre-plan what I'm bringing, so make sure I have some comfortable shoes and clothes and definitely some sunscreen. You would be surprised how much sun you're gonna get. My goal is to try to get to the festival grounds a half an hour to an hour early to get a decent parking space. Parking is free and they do have parking attendants. There is a restroom and a costume rental booth outside of the gates, so you can visit there while you're waiting to get in. There's also a ticket booth in case you did not pre-purchase your tickets. I might wait in my car until the festival is open, or I might get in line. Tip number 1, get in one of the 2 lines to the far left that are near the restrooms. Most people tend to overlook them and they tend to be the shortest and fastest. The opening of the gates at 10 a.m. is called Cannon. If you line up to go in before Cannon, there is a little show with some of the actors above the gate. Usually the Queen and her royal entourage might show up, or just some people to entertain you while you're waiting to get in. Then there is a literal cannon boom and the gates open. They will allow you to bring in 1 unopened bottle of water, but no outside food. One of my favorite things to look forward to at the Arizona Renaissance Festival is the food. A festival staple is that giant roasted turkey leg you've probably seen people holding. But there is a variety of yummy food all over the village, from hot, soupy bread bowls to frozen chocolate-covered cheesecakes. There are usually options for vegan, gluten-free, keto, paleo. One of my favorites is the fish and chips over at the Old World Sausage Shop. They have really good food as well as international options. For drink options, there's coffee shops, there are soda shops that have Pepsi products and water, and then there is also beer, wine, mead, whiskey. There's lots of options there too as well. Your tip here is to bring cash. Make sure you're bringing cash. All the food and drink vendors take cash. There are ATMs all over the village, but who wants to wait in that line? So make sure you prepare with some cash. There are 16 stages on the festival grounds with sword fighters, musicians, storytellers, dancers, comedians, acrobats, jumping animals. There's a jousting arena that actually has live jousting going on. There's a Falconer's Heath that shows a bird of prey show as well as other shows. If you've never gone to the festival before, aim for some of the bigger stages to see shows that tend to be popular for many people. You get an idea of some of the staples like the Dead Bob Show or the Washing Well Wenches. I try to see the shows that are my favorites, some like the Don Juan and Miguel Show and Tartanic, but it's always a fun surprise to hear a new musician or laugh at some new jokes. I sometimes go and purposely see only shows I've never seen before to mix it up. Almost all the performers work on tips and will ask for them at the end of their shows. This is another good reason to have some cash on hand, especially small bills. So the tip here is take the map and schedule that they hand you when you walk into the park, and schedule out your day depending on the shows that you want to see. You'll get a better idea on where you want to be at certain parts of the day, so you're not just going back and forth all over the park. I will link this year's map and schedule in the description area below. A great way to take a break between shows and eating is to visit all the artisan shops all over the village. There are Renaissance style clothing shops, there's weapon shops, tea shops and apothecaries, bookshops, jewelry shops. There's also amazing artisans in every medium imaginable, including glass blowing, metalwork, clay, paint, and leather. Here's your tip. Many shops will hold items for you so you don't have to carry them around, so you can go back and pick them up at the end of the day. Some are custom crafted items and they may even take more time. You can also take items back to your car and re-enter the festival. One of the main attractions to the Arizona Renaissance Festival is the village itself. Over the last 34 years, the festival grounds have grown and evolved. I remember when audience only sat on hay bales and there were only port-up privies. Now there are 50 acres of amazing buildings and structures, inclusive experiences of glass blowing and smithing, petting zoo, mermaids, fairies, as well as escape rooms, rock climbing, and a storybook castle. All the actors and participants are in costumes of the time period, and many of the guests dress up as well too to immerse themselves further. So these are just some of my tips that I had for you. Hope it makes you more excited to go. My last pro tip is plan ahead. Pre-buy your ticket, estimate your drive to get there early, and meet up with your friends and families. I'll link the Arizona Renaissance Festival's website in the description below so you can get updated with any special events or news or directions on how to get there. Some things you want to look for while you're on there is the themed weekends. Every weekend there's sometimes a different theme, like fairy tale or pirates or Celtic or brew fest. Or my favorite weekend is the time traveler weekend, because it's fun. You get to see people dressed up from not the Renaissance time period all over the place. You can check out also information on the Pleasure Feast. The Pleasure Feast is a special meal entertainment experience that they offer twice a day on the weekends. There is a limited number of diners. You get a private show, a 5-course meal. With the hours of the Arizona Renaissance Festival is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., rain or shine, which can be awesome. And it also can be very hot, and it can also be rainy. So it just varies, but there's still the best months every weekend in February and March and President's Day. And I hope now you are super excited to go visit the Arizona Renaissance Festival. There's still a couple weekends left. Make sure you go see it before it's gone. Until next year. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying my videos of awesome things to do around Arizona and the Phoenix area, check out my next video right here.